try to keep it fair on my channel here. I try to keep it fair between every topic that I speak about, but something that I never do and something that I haven't seen other men do on a lot of social media is make broad generalizations about the opposite gender based on no fact and no personal experience. Just lies, just constantly lying about someone.
A lot of men tend to not even start to think about the possibility of emotional wellness until they have achieved financial wellness. Let me say that again. Men are never happy when they're broke. Let's talk about some of the non-financial reasons that I don't really go 50-50 with men. As somebody who dates women, has no issue going 50-50 with women or paying for women. Women can be happy broke, kind of a very hard time being without the thing that they've been told that they're valued for. And here's the thing, the way you do anything is the way you do everything. So 9 times out of 10, in order for a man to even reach an area where he can start to think about his inside, I've found that he generally needs to deal with the outside, and for him that usually starts with money. That's not my fault, that's not my problem. That's just something I've noticed for y'all. You are not happy when you're not doing well, and I get it, you know what I mean? But then why is that gonna be our fault when we say, let's not go 50-50 because when you guys are broke, you're mean to us. I've tried, I love personality, and I have a really good work ethic, so I'm not like somebody who is gonna be a stay-at-home mom who never works. I'm always gonna work, right? So know that when I make decisions, it's not just financial. You guys think we're stupid and you think we don't see that and feel that. And you think we don't see and feel the resentment of that. We're not that stupid. We felt it. We tried it. It hurt us. The brokest men are always the meanest. And I used to have an allegiance to broke men. I used to think they were a little bit cuter, a little bit swaggier, more personality, funnier, more painful though, because a lot of times they're only going to address their emotional health and emotional well-being once they have fixed the thing that the world says that they need to have.
This is a very unfortunate video here because it tells you a lot about this individual and the types of people that she likes to involve in her life and she likes to hang around. Now, I don't know who this individual is, and I only know my personal experience. But I can promise you right now that it really doesn't matter how much a guy makes. And also, here's another thing. When women say broke, that is a very subjective term to women because a lot of women think that if you make less than 100K a year, then you're broke. So that term doesn't mean anything in the way she's explaining it. She will have to explain what broke means. Does that mean homeless? Does that mean doesn't have a job, lives with their parents? Well, what does broke mean to her? Because you'll see a lot of these interviews on the streets and say, oh, well, how much does a broke man make? Oh, well, if he's making less than $100,000 a year, he's broke. I'm gonna have to say no to that, honestly. And it is very unfortunate that she's had these experiences with these men. A lot of times men, and I've seen this a lot more recently now because of the current trend of men telling other men to just tell women that they're broke, even if they aren't. Just tell them you're broke, and then that way you can smash and pass. You can pump and dump and leave them be. And this is what a lot of these men are doing. But as far as her situation is, I don't know exactly what's going on in this person's life, but she is definitely having it rough out there. I hope that she is taking care of herself and she is protecting herself, but she is very confused as to what men actually think about and what men like. And this is something that really frustrates me because you see it on social media all the time, is women telling men what they feel. And in every instance, I want to hear about a man's side of this story because this is not accurate at all. You have women pushing the narrative that only women can feel this way in a certain point of their life, but men, they're not allowed to feel that way because society doesn't allow them to. Men can feel any way they want. It's not a woman's job to tell a man how he should feel and when he's able to feel that way. You are completely lost in your life, and you are completely lost trying to tell other women what men think and feel. This is complete delusion. And I want to see a video with a man telling other men what women think and feel and see how good that gets received. Because let me tell you, men do not really care what women think or feel, because a lot of times you have to understand that a woman is only truthful in her actions. She is not truthful in what she says. You cannot believe what a woman says. A lot of women, 99.9% of women out there, especially on social media, they lie. There are compulsive liars. So whether or not this woman is believing what she's spewing on her TikTok, who knows? This had 900 views. So who knows? It's at this point, it is just a compulsion for them to get online and just start spewing any sort of lie to try to paint whatever type of narrative they're trying to paint.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Again, that's not my fault or my problem right now. I can't solve everything all at once. All I can do is protect myself from harm. You know what I mean? The way you do anything is the way you do everything. If you're set up to succeed in a certain way as a man, I find when they do not do that, they don't feel good. And that is probably what they're working on first. That is their first step in that hierarchy of needs. They don't attend to their emotional self. They don't have the therapy is expensive. So why are we acting like, unfortunately, and we can boo-hoo all we want. I think we all know that there's a little bit of a financial threshold that the mentally stable men tend to exist in. Am I supposed to bullshit that for kumbaya purposes? That's not my... I said it before, I said it again. One of my first loves used to sell plasma. And I held on to that for dear life for like a year. I wanted it to work out, but he, as generous as he could be, but he was so angry. He was so angry. And you know what? When he moved out of his first place and into a slightly better place, he literally was like, I'm so sorry. I was so mean to you. I was so angry because I was broke. My point is 50-50 isn't just about financial. Y'all generally are not happy until you start making money. And do you think we're stupid? We don't recognize that? We want a happy mother. Again, women can be broken happy, so it's not the same.
Women.
Complete delusion at this point. She is coping amazingly, and how she's gotten this far is a mystery to me. And here is the, I'm going to go ahead and bottom line this for you. This man was not unhappy, or this man was not angry or mad because he was broke. He was angry because he was around you. This woman is insufferable. Any man that's going to be around this woman is going to naturally become annoyed and temperamental and will lash out at this woman. No doubt about it. She is just a very annoying person to listen to. So there's no doubt in my mind that, yes, of course, every man she comes in contact with, maybe she's attracted to broke men. I don't know. Maybe she's attracted to men that fit a certain criteria. Maybe they are a certain height. Maybe they look a certain way, and she doesn't care if they're broke or not. She's just going to have those fun nights with them and possibly date them for years, even though they're mean to her and they're broke and they don't give her anything in that relationship. Why would you stay with a man for years if you're not getting it? This is the logic behind it. He is sitting there saying, oh, I dated this guy for years. He sold plasma. He was always mean to me. He was the worst person, but I was with him for years. What are you doing? You have completely lost the plot in your life. If you see that as some sort of Purple Heart, some sort of victory lap, and now you intricacies of a man's mind, you are completely delusional. Completely. And I see, you know what? See clips like this. It's times when I think we should bring back mental institutions. We need the crazy asylums back. We need to lock these people up. They should not have a platform. It's not dangerous. It's just dumb. It's sad, really. It's borderline just sad seeing stuff like this, because this woman is completely lost and she will never be found again. She will never be found again. You'll never be able to piece together that the common denominator in what's happening in your life is you. It's not all these random men you're meeting and they all just happen to be the same way and they all just happen to act the same way. The common denominator is you. And that's going to be a hard fact that a lot of these women are going to have to come to terms with eventually, if they ever do.
Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on! Ah! Yes! Yes!
As a mom, you need to hear this. I saw a mom share a post earlier saying that she wanted to live the soft girl life but didn't know how to get out of survival mode, and this breaks my heart and gave me the motivation to come on and share this with you all. Being a mom is the most overstimulating job you could ever possibly have. This is why it is so important to regulate your nervous system daily. It's the best thing you could do for yourself and for your kids. When you're in survival mode, you're in this constant state of stress. You're in this loop of being stressed out, feeling like you don't have enough, feeling like your life is falling apart. You're not able to call on as much money as you possibly could with your regulated nervous system. Your digestive system is not able to function properly. Your food will not be processed correctly, and your body will hold on to stored fat, causing weight gain, depression, even acne and hair loss. The list goes on and on and on. By doing these small little micro habits daily that will regulate your nervous system will change your entire life and how you parent.
Cut it like Subway and give you a 6-inch in the morning and a 6-inch at night. That's not my style. I'm going to shove this entire foot long down your throat.
And I wanted to throw this clip in here real quick, just at the end, because there are a few comments I wanted to make here. And the first one is that this just shows you and continues the amazing cope that these women are able to put through, even at the point of being the very lowest, being at possibly their lowest value when it comes to the marketplace, the dating marketplace, the relationship marketplace. You're at your lowest possible value when you're a single mom. So they obviously have to get in the front seat and they have to start coping with just the way their life is. And we've seen it before. We'll see it again. We'll obviously always see these types of clips. It's not going to be uncommon. But just listen to some of this language as we go through, because she is actually saying that if you are a single mom and you have responsibilities, then your body doesn't function correctly. That's kind of wild.
When you first wake up in the morning, it is so important not to check your phone and get that instant dopamine hit. When you first wake up, your brain is in a theta state, and it will impact your entire day if you check your phone. The best thing you can do first thing in the morning is just consciously breathe. Just sit there, check in with yourself, take some deep breaths, and focus on that for just a couple minutes. If you can, it is so important to get up before your kids do, so you can have that time for yourself. And if you can, I highly recommend a shower in the morning. After you're done with your warm shower, turn it cold. It will shock your nervous system and reset it. This will regulate your mood for the entire day, also your nervous system. Another thing is limit your scrolling. This causes so much dopamine depletion and overstimulation in your mind. Another thing is try not to drink caffeine on an empty stomach. This spikes your cortisol levels, your stress levels, and makes you stressed out and overstimulated as well. I could go on forever, honestly. Let me know if you guys want some more tips.
Could definitely go on forever. How about you just tell women to never do all the things they do every single day of their life? Oh, all those daily habits that you've been doing for over 20 years? Don't do that anymore. You need to do the exact opposite of that. Again, this is complete delusion. You're telling women to get away from their phones. Not going to happen. You're telling them to not drink caffeine on an empty stomach. That's what women are famous for doing, is forgetting to eat and then drinking copious amounts of coffee and then having panic attacks. It's like peanut butter and jelly. And now you're telling them not to do it? And you want a single mom to wake up before their kids? Are you crazy? Never going to happen. Okay, these moms are known to be sleeping in to the very last minute in a lot of cases, because a lot of these videos, they're describing their day. They had to rush out of the house because they were running late. And they always blame it on the kids. But look, it ain't the kids' fault. It's these women's fault. Okay? It's their bad decisions that have led to this type of stuff. Don't let it fool you that these women have any idea what they're talking about. And only a woman, this is the greatest part, is her point of view. Obviously, she's going to check her phone. She's going to get that dopamine hit. Men don't get dopamine hits from phones. It's not going to happen unless we post a funny comment and it gets 2 likes. Oh, whoopee. Congratulations. You're famous. Give me a break. These types of women, they post their bodies online all day, every day. They constantly get validation. They constantly get that dopamine hit. It becomes a habit. It becomes something they need constantly. And when they don't get it, they feel like they're worthless. They feel like they're less than nothing. They crave it. And what's even worse is that single moms crave this more than anything. They need it more than anybody. They have to have it. If a single mom isn't validated every second on social media for something, you should have seen this last Father's Day. Do you know how many posts I saw, Father's Day posts I saw of single moms hijacking? And I bet a majority of those single moms didn't even have their kids, lost custody of their kids. I'm seeing that a lot too. These moms are losing custody of their kids, having to pay child support, skipping out on child support because courts don't come after deadbeat moms. They just, it's very rare that a court is going to come after a deadbeat mom. It's always, but I'm not going to get in that conversation. But these women don't even have custody of their kids, and they are posting on Father's Day about how hard it is to be a single mom. You cannot make this stuff up. This is complete lunacy, delusion. But anyway, that is going to be the end of today's video here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. How many times have you seen a woman explain to a man what men think and what they're allowed to feel? That's just crazy to me. I just had to show you guys that clip, but I will catch you guys later, and don't forget to subscribe. But don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you guys later. Rat Boy out.